Is Wolf back? You should have seen the way that Alphino tackled him. Just here eating ice cream. Okay, the whole singing thing. You wanted life support from Brent? This is fun. It's fine. After all, nothing's on fire. Because all the fires have been put out in the broom. Bad joke! Actually, that's my entire life, bad jokes. Anyways. Life support's fine. Look, I find some of what you teach suspect, because I'm used to relying on intellect, but I'm trying to open up to what I don't know, because reason says I should have died 3 years ago. There's only, yes, there's only this. Forget regret, or life is yours to miss. No other road, no other way, no day but... Oh my goodness, my voice! Ah! Kinda low. It's kind of a short song. Other songs that are kind of that short amount. I think Mama Who Bore Me is also and it's a bit lower because my voice is, I mean, my talking too much recently with lack of sleep. Have you seen Spring Awakening the musical? I haven't either, but I mean, it's like 2006. Who bore me, Mama who gave me no way to handle things, who made me so sad. Mama the weeping, Mama the angels, no sleep in heaven or Bethlehem. Some pray that someday Christ will come a-calling. They light a candle and hope that it glows. And some just lie there crying for him to come and find them. But when he comes, they don't know where to go. Cat, get off there. Mama who bore me, Mama who gave me no way to handle things, who made me so bad. Mama the weeping, Mama the angels, angels, no sleep in heaven over Bethlehem. Think of it, how can I... Think of it, it's based on an old play that's redoing it as a musical, in a rock form. If I remember correctly. Sorry, it's one of those if I remember correctly. This is 2006, this is a while. But it's a late 19th century thing where, basically teenagers are basically growing up but not given the understanding of like puberty and all this other stuff, and their actions are treated like horrifying, like along with like the schooling system by which trying to remember. I've never seen it, but I'm trying to remember all the songs. I remember the words, the meanings behind them, but basically it's a couple who, you know, figure out relationships and sex and all other stuff, but at the same time it's them in a society by which the differences, like with a female accident getting pregnant being treated versus a man, man souring an offspring outside of marriage, but at the same time it's during that time period by which schooling is based on a hierarchy of whether the teacher likes you or not, and by not just by how good you can do, and often we'll use people as scapegoats, or not just scapegoats, but examples of what happens if you can't conform to society. And so that's pretty much it. You know, Spring Awakening, learning about puberty, growing up, puberty, relationships, and all this other stuff, and realizing how unfair the world is in that sense of how easily adults can deem you unworthy and take away a lot of things from you. So it deals with serious subjects, you know, besides, you know, sex and all this other stuff, but suicide and yes, and failed abortions. Anyways, but now that you're here, we can proceed with the interrogation. That's a segue into the interrogations. Silence will avail you not, sir. You know, I don't know. Can you find somebody else to do the interrogation? Ah, Ishnai, I was just about to summon you because Pearl Link and all this other stuff. Ah, as you can see, we have detained a suspect. I mean, detained is an interesting word for that. We found this man loitering around near one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. See, American police investigations. At the scene of the crime? So insisted. Let me go, you've got the wrong man. Then tell us the right man. Stiff, my, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands? I mean, it could also be rope burns, but an occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? Was a pyromaniac? No. It's my side job. I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, aye. You are, after a fashion. You should have known that your pious patron had already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but these highborn types will really show their loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks. He was the one who told me to keep going. I mean, he looks handsome. He hasn't shaved. That's fine. It's a handsome, unshaved look. But it's still, it is a look. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I left it behind, tried to, with all my heart, said my prayers every day like a good man, but he came to me. He came to me. If he came to... You should have reported the priest if he came to you. Mm-hmm. There you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind to escort our friend here to the congregation? We shall have him here on hearsay, to some degree. In a marked confession in front of people who we have not read the rights to, but I mean, everything you say and can be used against you in the court of law. Aye, so long as you don't mind he's limping when he gets there. I mean, he doesn't need to walk. As long as you can carry him, you'll get there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? First psychology. Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff? I mean, there are other ways to interrogate people. Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. I say take down the entire goddamn church! I mean, I said nothing. Ah, yes, about that. About what? What are you talking about? What am I listening in on? Thank the 12 you returned to us, but what happened to your old outfit? I mean, one of them actually looks better. I think I like this one better, but I also understand it has more textures to it, which is the reason why I like it over the other one, which looks like a lot of the other shirts that the NPCs have. Of multi-boxer accounts. Nice! Oh wait, I didn't. I thought that she said something else between then and there. Speaking of, are you afraid of the dark? I just noticed that up there. I might. There's a huge fucking might on this one. With my ADHD and everything. Ready to talk to myself again. You know, speak with my tulpa. Frey has been waiting for you for a long time. Yeah, I've been waiting for myself for a long time too. I had a feeling you'd come by tonight, Ishnai, and sure enough, there you are, easy to pick off where we left off. I literally, like a minute before this, decided to do this. Are you controlling my ADHD? Let's start with a question then. You must be burning with several after the last affair. Give me a second to remember. Oh, that. No, not really. Death, murder, destruction, justice. What was that voice I heard? Why am I asking that question when I have voices in my head all the time? Anyways. Ah, yes, the voice. The one you heard when you first touched the crystal? An excellent question, but a difficult one to answer. I think it's a quite easy thing to answer, but you're not going to make it easy on me. Some say it's a beacon guiding the dark night to her true calling. Who is it, you ask? Only you can discover that, for each night must hearken to a different voice. Because each night is each night. It's their own... Sorry. You're more accustomed to drawing upon your dark side. You must hear it more clearly. Communion will hasten the process. But will it be unholy communion, though? But we dare not conduct these rites here under the watchful eye of the Holy See. It's fine! I've already taken them out. We shall make for for little amigo. Al amigo, excuse me. By the way, I love this shirt. I'm going to absolutely, as soon as I'm finished using it, put it in, it's a... I think it's a warrior... It's a general disciple of war. I like the way it looks. Be a good combination for other things. A voice in the abyss. It is my... You know, don't look too much into the abyss. The abyss looks back, but it is also my voice talking to me from the abyss. So, I mean... we make a good team. What if I was always there to begin with? Punctual as ever, I see. I mean, you didn't give me a timer. You gave me a place. You didn't give me a time, so you can't be snarky about that. Communion, lest you worry, is rather simple. I mean, usually it's eating the bread of somebody who we say is his flesh, and then we drink some wine, which is his blood. And there's nothing creepy about that. It is a ritual in which one nurtures the darkness within so that she may channel it more effectively in battle. The blood? Sacrifice? Virgin sacrifice! Do not, however, presume the risks to be any less than before. Should you partake of excess, you will die. Most things, even water, if you partake of excess, will die. Or worse. I mean, some people want to become vampires. What were you saying? So before you begin, I want you to do me a favor. The thing is, you add, I want you to, in the sense of, I'm already going to do it anyway, so why did you say, I want you to? You just say what I need to do. Order me. I want you to kill something for me. Oh, good! Blood sacrifice! Something wild, something fearsome, which will push you to your limits. I want to see you thrive in that moment. That way, I know you'll be ready. Ask Gundobard, he shall know of a suitable creature. Come on, let's get this over with. I know you are not having second thoughts. I'm not having second thoughts. I want to see if you have any second words, second sentences you wanted to add to this lovely, lovely conversation. Hi, I'm here, and I don't want to tell you about the poor child that I had, Wilfred, that I had under my care. It's a pleasure to see you again, Ishnai. Do you require assistance? Don't ask me about him. Don't ask me about him. Don't ask me about him. Training? Well, if you seek these dangerous beasts for that purpose, then the Red Labyrinth is home to Pesius Noxus, Nocturus for their size. Notorious for their size and big words. Our trappers have taken great pains to avoid their nests, and those who do not bear the scars for their folly. I mean, scars. A certain amount of scars is hot. It means you've survived a bunch of shit. I pity the man who dies without scars. Good, we're on the same page, Freya. But these lizard things. Tell me more. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me... Okay. They attacked the caravans loaded with Algort carcasses before. The smell drives them into a frenzy. That should serve to draw them out of hiding. I don't want to ask why, how, you carry, why. I'll always be grateful for what you did. Those young ones were on the verge of making a terrible mistake, and so consumed by their anger they were. I mean, they ended up dying in the end anyways. I mean, yay for living a bit longer life. I hesitated to act, even though I saw it burning within them, and I see it burning within you now. Oh, dark side? You seek the darkness within? I do not claim to understand your meaning, but I wish you well in your training. Let's go. I don't know how you'd see the darkness within on the fact that I'm trying to rid y'all of problematic creatures. Just because I consider it training makes it no different from all the other times that I run around killing creatures for like a hunting log or something. Probably piss off a lot of people by my over-analyzation of this stuff. Alright, pup, let's fly. Across the cavern. I'm very creative. Cray, too. Hi, oh dark version of myself that is technically the same as myself. You know, I should probably, you know, take some more of the psychiatric drugs. I should. Ah, they're close. I can feel their eyes upon us. Yeah, I might need a paranoia medicine with that. Well, we're here. Show me who you are, Ishnai. Show me what you can do. Both of us know who I am, and both of us know what I can do. But fine. I'm waiting. I'm always waiting to figure that out myself. Alright, pups, I have some supper for you. Might be the last supper, but it's still a supper. Hi! Crackbite press! Kill the lizard! Alright, are you happy with me, Frey? Frey? How did you like my fray against the lizard? Frey? That wasn't so hard, now was it? You're gonna make this worse, aren't you? I also think I forgot to turn on my, the thing that makes their attention to me. To mete out justice, to protect the weak from the strong, and so forth. You yourself must be strong. Strength is pain. Strength is suffering. Strength is sacrifice. Something, the force. Dark side of the force. We must prepare for communion, but not here. Come before more the lizards are drawn by the smell. I mean, I'm more of a gray Jedi when it comes to stuff, but I mean... We go back and forth, I'm getting tired of this song. Maybe I should switch back to the Chocobo one or not. I don't know. Haven't decided. Nope. Went past. Hi. You look ready. Good. Now listen well. Well, I won't be listening. I'll be reading. God damn it. Close your eyes and hold your hand towards me. Do not have me touch things that don't want to be touched. Breathe deep through your nose. Let the air fill your lungs. Then let it pass from your lips. Slower. Listen to my voice. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen for the other. You are going to fight your Tulpa now. With every breath you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. Oh, good. One foot in front of the other, over and over again. The ends of the world and back again. Alright, Frodo Baggins? Or Samwise? And if time has no end, still forward and onward, over and over again. Well, I mean, unless you're not allowed to go backwards, so I mean, this is the only direction you can't go in! Good thing I wasn't near a cliff that, you know, I could fall off of. So, what did you hear? Ravings of a lunatic? That is me. Interesting, but not terribly informative. Yeah, I know, game writers. Exactly. But do not lose heart. Sure, I'm a Keyblade wielder. Now they were able to hear it once more is progress enough. I believe you'll come to understand its words, and its will in due time. You mean my own secret words? My own secret will? That I didn't know I had? Even though I'm over here speaking it aloud in the stream. I should mention that in some instances, the voice is said to be of that of another. One whom the Dark Knight is fated to seek out. If that is the case, you may have a long journey ahead of you. Yeah, I tend to lose myself all the time, but we're not worried. So you're welcome such a journey? I mean, it's better than staying in a place, one place at a time. There's something to be said for it, and for travel, for that matter, to roam free and help those in need. Yet no good deed goes unpunished, does it? Look, when I help somebody, I'm not expecting... I shouldn't expect payment, because that means you are doing the good deed for recognition and praise, rather than doing a good deed because it's the right thing to do. I knew a woman once. I don't know many women. Not the way that we can make a biblical joke about knowing a woman. Wanted to be a hero, do great things. So she did. Song always ends there, but life doesn't, does it? I mean, you grow old, and if your song doesn't end by a ballad of, you know, dying in battle or whatever, but there are temptations more deadlier than the dark side, Ishnai. Yes, chocolate. You should have learned this by now, but you haven't. You will. The communion is ended. With us, our time together. We shall meet again, as we did before. Dark side! Blood weapon. I just needed to do that part. After all, distractions. Yeah, no, I like that. So I don't accidentally override it for anything. Yeah, I was looking at that. It looks more like it should be a dragoon thing, but it says on their dragoon, so I mean... Probably should get some more the glamour things after I finish if I remember to, after Kermit the Frog here. Kermit the Frog here. Don't know why that came to mind. It actually sounded like it, that's why. Nope, I don't want that one. I can no longer think this is like, she's dead. Mm-hmm. I'm level 34, so I don't know why it doesn't. Unless the pants I'm wearing right now is. I'm not being picky, shut up! That meant bad joke. Bad! Alright, night! Lone Wolf, thank you for... Oh, good luck with a long day tomorrow. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna stream as long as... Of course I'm gonna switch off this now, but I mean, I don't know. I'm jumping over here, just... Hi, Dragoon. As you can't tell. Everybody's... Yeah, they're... Thancred. The Temple Knights are interrogating the arsonists as we speak. God's willing, we should have more information before ere long. Will it be truthful information? Because sometimes when under, you know, interrogation that is, painful, people lie because they want to stop the pain from happening. If we determine the motive behind these fires... Alphino, please, child! Bit of a gambler, ain't he? Fine by me, as long as his luck doesn't run out. Who? He's a rogue. Gambling is involved. Apologies this night, but the interrogation is ongoing. Oh, so you mean the violence is on... On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. I mean, do you have to? I've already done enough shit. You don't have to on behalf of shit. The man you have apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, so I've heard. Though he fell silent upon realizing we had not turned in his mask on... had not turned his... His master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Hi, Otoriel! Ah, Lord Otoriel, are you come to see your father? He's attending Sir Amix in his chambers at present. I am. He bid bring me this salve. Then don't let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. Otoriel? Healer! Healer here! Healer here! In times of trouble, everyone must do his part. I wish I could do more. Why isn't his doctor bringing the salve, by the way? My lord, Artoriel doesn't seem to be in the best of spirits. His little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother are not yet cold in the grave. What's happening if he's not cold in the grave when it's Ishgard? Bad joke, bad. Like, most likely the body is absolutely, like, frozen before it even gets into the grave. Lord Commander of the Temple Knights Salt in the Street. What the bed is scripts are street. I don't know what bed is. How desperately we cling to that which we hold dear, knowing all the while that a day will come that we must let it go, because change is scary. It's no more farewells, not for good while at least. Hey, game developers! Are you hinting something? It was not so long ago, was it? Good that you haven't been, being tortured over the fact that our dear Harshavana hasn't been with us in the day. Okay. Cry. Past belongs to the dead. The future is ours to do with what we will. But I mean, we still need to, learn from the past. It's making it Harshavana. What isn't dead or is recreated in a goldsmith workshop can never die. Fucking hell, game!
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Oh, sweetie, even if we do that, my work will never be finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
That priest, because he was voiced. Look, I tend to, distrust things that are obviously put some effort into in games. There's sarcasm there, sorry. Also, the fact that this cutscene is also voiced.
Far too many to count.
You need, say, an astrologian? A healer?
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Yeah! How about an astrologian help? How about I help? Why don't we go to the bedroom? I can help.
A healing
in a non-sexual way.
Thank you.
No, they are not! The fact that you had to make a sound moving.
Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change.
Well, technically it's changing because the city will no longer be there, but we'll go with that.
When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist,
I'm quite sure there's more than one.
There's no telling how they will react.
They'll try and murder him. Epstein did not kill himself. Speaking of...
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Speaking of... Was the video recordings also,
And now
erased?
We know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
I was making the joke about the priest guy, dude, looking... I was absolutely making a joke about that, but thank you, game, for... I'm good.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They,
Eat pigs?
the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Oh, sweetie, he didn't kill his father. I did. Now, let's say, direct that properly towards who decided to murder your Pope. And I enjoyed every second of it. I enjoyed wiping out the Heaven's Sword, too.
Ridiculous. I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
The thing with the, you know... things with, you know, people saying the truth and then somehow ending up dead, usually, especially with whistleblowers, makes the people that know more information not want to come forward to risk their own lives.
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force.
I'm here! Please, please let me, please, I need violence. I mean, I've had violence, but I mean, I need more of it.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets.
I mean, we all know where they are, mostly, so I mean, more targets would be shooting out the windows.
I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
I mean, first of all, he's not the leader of the Scions, even though we will ask him directly on that. I'm also not the leader of the Scions because I don't need to lead anything. Also, I'm going to tie you down to the bed to make sure you don't come along with this because you're still hurt.
Of course.
Bed rest is the best way to get rid of those wounds. And food, but yeah. It was in a non-Kiki way that way. It was in the, you are hurt and you're not allowing yourself time to heal, tying down on bed. Because your stubbornness.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Cool.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends.
I like
Time
my
is against us.
I like calling him Artoriel because it's R and then Toriel from, even though it's not spelled that way, from Undertale, but I am nerd, shut up. Tutorial. I'm curious. I have 37. Good that I remembered right now about doing that. Because my mind jumped to, if I open that, it'll most likely be giving better stuff for the gunblade person. And I thought, why am I going past the barrier board? That doesn't quite fit. It's such a mixture. The Gunbreaker is a mixture of one of the armor spheres from Final Fantasy X-2 and Squalls. It's kind of like I think it's Yuna's gun. Not Yuna's. Or is it like the tamer one? Because I know that the at least for Payne's outfit is kind of based on Squall's. Whether the Gunbreaker. I think there's a kind of Gunbreaker. Just like old times, eh? Yeah, nothing changes, does it? Concentrate on freeing the hostages. I will tend to their wounds. Yes, because I'm not a healer, currently. Ready when you are, Ishnai. Do not concern yourself with my safety, lest you forget I too am in the night. Yeah, but I'm quite sure I will absolutely die of shame and sadness if I take another one of your father's sons from him. Listen well, we will enter the Basilica via this gate. Really? Is that why we're gathering by this gate? Sorry. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claims to have served under Thornton-ass. It might be the same as true of the rest. Given the swiftness of the response, sorry, I accidentally hit it twice. Truth, but the press on. Lord Toriel, you are a brave man and true, but no one would dare question your honor if you choose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you sure you wish to join us? Good, he can replace you because you need to rest. I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. I'm quite sure Hasafan thought the same thing. Hallowed is my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. As goes the light, so goes darkness. I mean... Did see our presence has yet to go unnoticed. Those are kind of big doors to come in not to be noticed. Remember, saving hostages, take presence, blah, 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 blah. In your attacks and subdue the enemy quickly. Cool. Well, I mean, they're willing to come after us rather than slice up the... Oh, all of them are here. It's not considered... It's a different kind of instance. Cool. Murder! Oh, now he attacks it. New presence. Remember, saving the hostage is present over all else. Mind your attacks and subdue the enemy as quick as possible. Just hurry. Others were taken elsewhere by Sir Dugface. Sir Moen, this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard! They sounded the alarm. Sorry, they added a U to that alarm. I will hold the entrance. Go after... Look after this one. I mean, I will look after their deaths. In that it will be quick. Sadly. Here the hospital. Where? Oh, there.
Down with you!
Down with the patriarchy! I mean, theocracy. I mean, something. was down with something. Viva la revolution. I just wasn't screaming. I was screaming something that whatever came down. Hey, Rudy, how are you? So, last stream I murdered the Pope. Now I'm murdering his fervent followers. It's over now. I mean, it's kind of over until it's over until we get her out. It took the others somewhere. It all happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Let none escape. No, stay with him. I mean, good that you realized that, Also, why isn't the refugee leaving? I mean, leave the place! Let's say, thank you, Thancred, for, you know, realizing that Alfredo still hasn't grown up enough to do this on his own.
You underestimate me.
Aramik, you are injured. I think they have the right estimation of you. The statues are gonna come after us, aren't they? Wait, aside to the choir! Are gonna sacrifice them to a primal? Sir! Asswipe, lay down your arms and release the hostages and you'll be shown mercy. I'll give you my word. The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I was the one who murdered him! Well, it is free up to the second expansion for the trial. Though there are some catches with, like, certain things. I would soon trust a dragon. How about a dragoon? I am Azure Dragoon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostage the same mercy he showed the archbishop. I'm a part of Excalibur if you want to try and join then. Unlike you, Sir Elmric, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive the Fury's judgment. Everybody's ignoring the fact that I am a Azure Dragoon, which, I mean, it's been par for the course the entire fucking time. Also, I was the one who killed him! Me! Look at me! Really, Elmric? Really? Really? Put the rest of your judgment right to the... I mean, I'll let him go have his amazing moment. I just... have you forgotten the password, or you didn't get high enough in it, or the free trial's over? It must be nearby, but where? Traitor! Thanks, like, enough. Attack, all of you. Okay, that wasn't where I was supposed to go. Fuck, 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 fuck. What am I missing then? I went to his raid! Wouldn't let me attack him! Were we supposed to lead him out? Is there like a hostage thing I'm not noticing? Probably walking away from something very obvious. Which is, oh, there. Gonna fail. Try it again. I'm not gonna argue with it. We're just doing it this way. Also, love that I could probably jump this, but the game's like, no. They'll take care of it. Oh, they don't even start up. So if I could get ahead of that's an interesting idea. Don't one like that when you're dying. Actually, I should really tell people, police on how people sound like when they're dying, but...
You underestimate me.
And... Blah blah blah. Keep talking, keep talking. Skip! Skip! Well, apparently the Fury did not favor you the first time around, but that's because I expected me not to get lost. What do you think I'm not, you know, geographically challenged or something? Both vertically and any other way? Oh, I was supposed to untie them. Fuck! They'll be fine. They can get themselves up. Just leg muscles and maybe using the wall as leverage. Wrong way. Wrong way! I got lost again! You'd think in an area like this it'd be so hard to get lost in, you know? Also, as a Dragoon, I should so actually be able to overjump that. So, now the Lord is back being more injured. Like a Dragoon couldn't fucking jump up there just fine. The Fury was with me before. Why do you think the Fury would be against me now? Since I did have that, you know, trial by, I don't give a damn what you think you are. Knight or no knight. I mean, they might think it like being lied to about whether or not we killed Nidhogg, which I mean, we did, but not really. But the fact that we're gonna face off against people who supposedly killed Nidhogg and think that you'd fucking survive. Of course, the kid's in the back. That's right, the police took upstairs when you saw you kill his men. It's a girl. It's a child girl, right? You know, push the buttons.
Where
Scary
is he?
music. Scary
Where is
music. Screaming will do nothing. Run around. Run around like a chicken with your head cut off, like I did when I failed this mission the first time. Hey, I heard children can fly. Why don't I test that theory?
Come no closer!
Also, perfect positioning, like you knew that he'd be up here, and everybody else would lose. Well, then again, he was yelling.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
I mean, that could be arranged.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
Actually, it's more mine. He entirely was not there for this. I would have murdered him whether he said so or not. Did that look on his face? Oh my god. Also, what was that scream? Was there a second take of that? Also, trauma. Though, where far enough away from the thing she's falling from, technically. If you look at the architecture of things, but I mean, cinematics over making sure that the setup of the place that they're throwing the child from is correct.
What? But
This is just heaven, and I mean, you've died, and the people that take your souls to heaven are dragons. Therefore, you've been killing, you know, the Grim Reapers.
Vtuber!
You've been killing your angels of death.
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
Oh, sweetie, you're always welcome.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
I love the details of the fact that they have veins in the wings. Good that that heretic, or I mean, evil person managed to, you know, do it just right so it shows off the amazingness of dragons.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Isel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee.
Oh, good that I'm here.
I bear a message from my sire.
Who also does not have a pearl link?
From Freysfelder.
Falcor, yes.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing.
Fine chase.
This
What's
thou
that
must
right over
know,
there? Oh, it's a bird.
for your fates are inextricably bound.
Yes. Estinian is in my harem, so yes.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Not as I have anything, not if I have anything to say about it.
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So, they're going away somewhere. Don't know where. Did I collect everything by which his words are meant? Or is there like kind of like underlying thing that my autistic brain is zoning out on? Also, I thought this was to be an ambassador meeting kind of thing, so I mean, if that's all...
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
God, word spreads fast.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Unless, like, they do with the memory thing of manipulating it so it fits within their cognitive understanding of it. Which could mean that it goes anyway. It was a stunt
Yet
to, you know,
how will
make
they
you like him.
choose to remember its memory?
Ha! He said it too!
Will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers?
Edward is here with me on this.
After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause.
I mean, the beatings will continue until, you know, behavior improves.
I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own.
Then whose?
I see much of Horsefar in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
It's fine, sweetie. For now, kinda. But what about Estinian? Well, Estinian's
Lord
definitely
Edmund.
not like... At least I brought back this son safe. Well, that was timely. Vidmir must have been circling for hours. No, it's just the game writers. Deus Ex Dragona. In the moments before Vutnir arrived, I contemplated teleporting the girl. Thanks the 12, I did not. You think the teleportation is gonna go wrong and we have to save her from the live stream again? Or someone from live stream? A long day. It's been a day full of surprises, has it not? I think the more surprising one was the, you know, whole Alexandra thing. But we're not including this in the continuum right now, so... Tis a pity, but Vidnofir could not stay longer. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcely does it justice, but in one moment later, it would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Ceramic's words. Oh. Everyone became good friends after how many civil rights people have been murdered. Anyways. Well, it's only meet that I informed Tataru of what has occurred. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fort Tomps Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. Moment, Ishnai. I wish a word. I think it'd be more than a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? No. He hasn't been flirting enough. I'm not sure how to put it in words, but... So you sense it too, a subtle change, imperceptible to most. I mean, I said he hasn't been flirting as much, and his flirting isn't as silver-tongued as it was before, and I feel like he's just doing it to try and, pretend he's okay. Oh, that's something different. Okay, I was talking about personality-wise. I myself did not notice at first, but upon closer inspection, I saw this ethereal flow has been irreparably disrupted. Kinda like how you lost your eyes? Does that mean he can't use mana? I don't know, does... can pull up rogue stuff real quick, but do rogues use mana? I mean, MP or whatever? Do ninjas? I guessed correctly on that. As a result, I strongly suspect his ability to manipulate Aether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magic. And he's a scion, and he did all that stuff. The reason why you gave him the Ascian tasks at first, though he did get taken over by them, was because of his ability within magic and all that stuff. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparation to summon a primal, well, it made it seem more sensible to wait. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. I feel like with your blind eyes and how you have to use your life force to be able to see etheric currents or whatever, that kind of stuff is probably right on that behalf. Life proof space. No. Right then, I should be on my way. Kiri might have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who knows how long that will last. I don't know what I'm doing. Who are you? Why are you here? Also, I'm noticing my voice is kind of giving out, so I actually might, after this, end it for tonight. Welcome, Mr. Ciarfox. Shall I show you inside the manor? Servants, he has to say. I heard the commotion and went outside to look, but all I saw was a dragon silhouette on the horizon. Nothing happened. It's a relief to see you unharmed, Mistress Ciarfox. Pray remain here a moment. Lord Artoriel will be... Artoriel? Okay. Lord Edmund told me what Vidnofir did. Gods, how I wish I was there to see it. I mean...
that Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Yeah, games, Deus Ex, Dragona.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
I tend to do a lot of that. Are you doing this behind your father's back?
A shield, my lord?
At least it's not broken. You know, to remind me of my guilt by which I could not save your stepbrother.
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
But does it fit me is the next question, because I'm rather short. I mean, not Lalafell side, but I mean...
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house.
See, the fact that the information that you're giving to me is being given to me means that if I leave, when I leave this room, it will leave with me because it's inside my brain. But this is taking logic and literal sense too far. I've been doing that all the stream, so...
Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat.
I repeat, I take all, entirely, fault and joy out of killing the Pope and his heaven's wards. If it makes everybody else feel better, I can pretend that, you know, this was a... You know, I want to rule over everything and then disappear into nothing as though I never existed at all.
Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Hi, MMO, how are you?
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread.
Sweetie, at least he's alive. And healthy in some our degree, and like mind is still there.
Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
The only way you're perpetuating this injustice is if you continue on acting like the lies are true. Night lives to serve. God damn it, I'm gonna pull his half-brother's statements off. Have I humbled you yet?
You sound just like him. I suspect that is what Horshefon would have said.
He said that to us!
To aid
So
those in need.
it is literally what he said.
When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words.
Through crying, yes.
And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way.
I love that you're assuming that my, you know, resolve doesn't waver all the fucking time. And at this point, it's like one of those things of, I'm holding on to my resolve because it's the only thing I can hold on to anymore right now.
You were a sister to Horshefon.
I mean, I was more than that. He was a part of my harem.
You'd be a sister to me as well.
You're not going to be a part of my harem, though. That'd be creepy. But yeah, we could be that kind of family. Say, the that kind of family.
Come, Madeleine.
I mean,
There's
I guess
much to be
that's
done.
sister-in-law.
For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
I am feeling resentment. Not sure why. I mean, not all, you know, brothers-in-laws like their sisters-in-laws. I mean, it's possible. Possibly all the Azure Dragoon problems. I know, right? Side, I think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us. Just because you share the blood, I mean, the whole argument between nature and nurture. So I have a feeling that he's going to give me a reason why I should.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made.
I was going to say, I have a feeling
we could never have foreseen.
I have a feeling that I'll have more of an excuse to cut off his goddamn dick.
Light and darkness,
the Emmanuel, whatever.
Shepherded by our hand. Be it
From
for
that look.
weal, or be it for woe.
Feel for woe. I mean, it was deserved the moment he called me old girl. I think that library needs more chains. Is this thy proof? The Gree-run oracles? Apocrypha. I mean, the books also have been known to attack us, as the Charlian library has proven. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of beginning, and the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Guardians are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Yeah, oh him. Master and Masters joke. Yes, all the Kingdom Hearts jokes. I'm gonna take a throat lozenge and maybe continue streaming, because I am curious again. Oh, the other twin! She exists. And apparently he's a fucking ninja. So last time I checked, she was a red mage, because when I talked to the red mage person, she said about Ida! Have you taken the thing off your face? It looks like it, actually. Short stack! Well, good that it doesn't even try and hide that it's, him. They just put his name on there. It's like, we're not gonna, like, make you wonder about this. Everyone has their orders. The mask will attack soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. I mean, they'll know that the resistance hit them. Oh, they've done that plenty of times. They decided everybody would know who the fucking Lalafell was. I fear it will be bloody. Most battles are. Except for the shortest battle in history that was like 22 minutes. I think. Or was it a war that was 22 minutes long or something? It was over a train depot. No, I'm not a nerd. Yeah, it was a battle. The Anglo-Zanzibar War was fought between the United Kingdom and Zanzibar Sultanate on August 27th, 1896. The conflict lasted about 40 minutes and is the shortest... Okay, it also says between 38 and 45. The immediate cause of the war was the suspicious death of the pro-British Sultanate Hamda bin Tawani, on the subsequent succession of Sudan Khalid bin Bargash. The agreement of think about this for a second. Oh my god, I didn't realize this part because the British are fucking. The specific agreement of like 6 years ago, the 6 years before that, 14th of June, 1890, instituted a British protectorate over Zanzibar. Specified that a candidate for ascension to the Sultanate should obtain permission of the British consul. Had did not fulfill this requirement. The British consulate called this Casa Bella and sent an ultimatum demanding he order his forces to stand down and leave the palace. In response, Khalid called upon his palace guard and barricaded himself within the palace. We're back to my ADHD, sorry. The ultimatum was expired at 9 local time on August 27th, by which time the British had gathered 2 cruisers, 3 gunboats, 150 marines and sailors, and 900 Zanzibaris in the harbor area. The Royal Navy contingent was under the command of Rear Admiral Harry Ralston, and pro-Anglican Zanzibarians were commanded by Brigadier General Lloyd Matthews of the Zanzibarian Army, who was also the first minister of Zanzibar. Around 2,800 Zanzibarians defended the palace. Most were recruited from the civilian population, but they also served as the Sultanate's palace guards and hundreds of his servants and slaves. The defenders had set up artillery pieces and machine guns, which were set in front of the palace site at British ships. A bombardment opened at 9:02, set the palace on fire, and disabled the defending artillery. A small naval action took place with the British sinking the Zanzibarian royal yacht HSS Glasgow, which is hilarious because that's the capital of Scotland, but I mean, the shots were also fired ineffectively at the pro-British Zanzibarian troops as they approached the palace. The flag at the palace was shot down and fire ceased at 9:46. Glasgow. Sorry, I have a lozenge in my mouth because my throat is kind of hurting while speaking. Sultan's forces sustained roughly 500 casualties, while only 1 British soldier was injured. The Sultan received asylum in the German consulate before escaping to German East India, mainland part of present Tanzania. The British government placed Sultan Hamid under the power in the head. Empowering the head of the government marked the end of the Sultanate of Zanzibar as a sovereign state. But there was another one that was literally over a train station. Here's one. The Battle of Verdun, I think. Verdun. Is it? Where? Yeah, I need to stop geeking. Or maybe, should I continue? Um... Uh... Um... Thinking. The bedroom. I mean, I mentioned that, but there was like this whole place that they like literally they fought over this part and kept on winning and losing it like within the same day kind of thing. Yes, I am a nerd. What, we're about the whole nerdiness are you missing on this? Ah! The thing is, I'm picturing there was a actual picture of like the results of what happened on the train station, and that's what I'm picturing. But I don't remember what the caption of it says, and that's just how my memory works. And I remember hearing about pretty much it being pointless and how many times I lost over and over. Okay, I need to stop. Correct art, better be. Sorry, I'm being nerd. You cannot stay here forever, Ida. We have other responsibilities. I mean, we do, but... I mean, they do, but they haven't been doing it. I mean, that's okay. You got to hear me read aloud stuff. I know full well that my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. I mean, we've been doing fine without y'all. You can come back to being a Scion whenever you need to. Really, the red mage stuff is still better than... It said level 60 stuff. Yeah, wrong thing. I'm not arguing. I have no amount of argue left on that. Like I said I was gonna end after this, but suddenly I'm interested in the game again. God forbid. Storylines change. But I never change if I'm really into a story. Yep. Oh yeah. Apparently I'm high enough astrologian level for the next class quest, except I'm not far enough in the main scenario to get the set quest. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, no, I should stop. I am voicing around everything. Consuming my bunny life. Yes, consuming my fox life. Well, currently cat girl right here. But let me go ahead and talk and start it, and then... Sorry you had to come in near the end. I would stream longer if my voice wasn't A, giving up on me, and... voice... just... ow. Much as I worry for the future of Ishgard, the fate of our missing friends concerns me even more. Yeah! That's why we've been working so hard at it. Tara has wanting to share good tidings with you and Alphino. Here to entertain? Same! Except I'm not sure how well I entertain if I'm in pain. Ha! That rhymed! Alphino, Ishnai, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding MILF Singer, Hori Boulder, and Coltonet. Really? Has something happened? Well, she's excited, so it might be a good thing. Yeah. No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV. They should be arriving any moment now. And we'll heal it over the Pearl Link, right? It's easy to forget how Pearl Link are, aren't they? I mean, when they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. I mean, with the amount of times this game has allowed me to use Pearl Links when it would have been fucking useful to do, versus being spied upon, it's not happening. Unless the story requires it. I didn't mean to hit that gun. Pleasure to see you too, Alphino. Thancred and Carrie, what brings you two here? Nothing important. Carrie and I have been looking at how we might track down Mentphilia. And we might have just found the answer. Ishnai, when you were fleeting Udall with Mentphilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Yes, but you know what Hydaelyn was saying? Let her have the noblest of deaths. In fact, more noble than the noble from Halo. Bad joke, bad. Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not. It seems, I mean, sometimes in the panic, you stress and all this other stuff, you might hear voices in your head. Who knows? It seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. To say that the Mother Crystal directly interceded to help guide Mentphilia to her death. I mean, I didn't say that. Admittedly, it's all still quite hypothetical. Quite. But I propose such an intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the Force. I mean, aether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we would require suitable data. You know, we were already over there once before, and we didn't check. I don't think Carrie was with us, though. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Ishnai felled the ultimate weapon. And the site of my personal ignoramity. Look, it's not the site. The site would be when you were first taken over. Twas there that Hydaelyn's intervened to oh no. But from the magics I evoked. Hey Vita, how are you? I was actually about to end after this cutscene, whatever, because my voice is really hurting. But I appreciate the raid. What have you been playing? The same game? Been infiltrated the Castrium and analyzed the aether therein. The two of you alone? I mean, it's a destroyed area. I don't think why there'd be many people there. Were you trying this magical girl's a bitch? Visual novel one. I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I'm confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kiri when the patrols pass. I have her wear something other than bright yellow with cute red ears, inside ears. Besides, if you and Ishnai are coming along, who will see to MILF's songstress grand homecoming? I feel like one of them is far more important than the other. Besides, you want to be with the MILF anyways. When you put it like that, very well. I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will, at the very least, eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Hitaru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at Final Fantasy XIV docks, the sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV docks? But what if I don't want to dock there? Joke, bad joke, bad joke, bad joke! I've been making those all night. Then I shall see you, the four of you, at the Rising Stones. Safe travels! As it once was. Yeah, as it once was. Anyways, let me find somebody to raid, because like I said, my voice is absolutely... Like, I tried a lozenge, and it still hurts really bad, so... as for... I normally do not stream on Mondays and Tuesdays, but I've been streaming kind of on Tuesdays, because I have no fucking patience. But I will try and not, because... Also, my middle nephew and my oldest niece are also having their belt tests at a different time. I mean, not since yesterday was my oldest nephew's. It's at different times, but this time it's them together, and so I'm gonna go see that, but it's like at 6, and we're trying to... Usually those last about an hour or two, and then there's dinner afterwards to celebrate and all this other stuff, and especially knowing since the oldest nephew's black belt test on Saturday, literally, like, it started at 1 and didn't end until about 4, and I barely made it time back to do streaming after that at 8, because we went out to eat, and of course it was a big group, and oh yeah, definitely when I really love a game. Absolutely. But if, after, say, going out to eat and all this other stuff, I can't help myself but come back to Final Fantasy XIV on Tuesday, I will be here on Tuesday. Me? Autistically absolutely hyper-focused? No. Don't know what you're talking about. Mwah. Me? Must be talking about somebody else. Sounds good! Yeah, I will. They're sweethearts. In fact, my middle nephew is always talking about wanting to stream with me, but he's 11. And yeah, that's not gonna work. We'll get around to it. He has 2 more years. He just recently turned 11, so... Yeah, we'll make a streamer out of him eventually. Yep. Alright, y'all, this was Ishnai Ciarfox. I hope you have a good day or night whenever it is, wherever it is you currently are. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you so much, Ciarfox, for doing this shout out before we run away. I mean, it is running away. The voice going.